Good evening, boys and girls. This is Kosala, also known as Marventus, bringing you another one of my first-person casts as I trudge through the Bronze League. As you know, if you've been following my casts here on the channel, I do, as a learning experience, document my games, or the interesting ones, which showcase a strategy or two that might be useful for you. And as such, today we're looking at a rare Zerg versus Zerg matchup. Now, in the top right-hand corner, we have our opponent, Mr. Volcomstone, the red Zerg, and in the left-hand corner, we have myself, Marventus, as the blue Zerg. And I'm doing my standard opening of droning up to 9, plopping out an Overlord, and then getting the 10th drone as my scout. Now, Mr. Volcomstone is scouting southwards with his Overlord for reasons I can't, well, actually, I think probably because there's base points here as well. And he's looking down south for me. Little does he know that I am parked right here to his left. I am taking my drone and I'm doing my scouting, fortuitously going right here as my first point, and I'm able to see him immediately. Now, if you play Zerg against Zerg in the Bronze League, you can pretty much assume that there is going to be an early stage Zergling rush, because there always is. That's what Zerg in the Bronze League do. I used to do that too, but I have now come up with a different way of playing, and that's what I'm going to show you here today. Now, you see at 10 supply, he has put down his spawning pool, which is a little bit earlier than mine because I put mine down at 11 supply. So he's going to have his Zerglings out before me, and I know that that's going to be the case. He also has a gas here, so he's going to get his metabolic boost as well for sure, as indeed he should. Now, I have not yet taken a gas. I'm still sitting here wondering, what should I now do? I know that his spawning pool is going to come out before mine. So the question is, what do I now do about this? I can't produce more Zerglings than he can. So I decided that my strategy is going to be the following. I'm going to let him come to me. I'm going to let him come to me, and I'm going to defend against his first Zergling rush. And I'm going to do that with a Queen, a Spinecrawler, and some Zerglings. So that's the plan, and then I'm going to go back and counterattack while he is vulnerable, because he will have plowed the majority of his efforts into getting these Zerglings out in the early stages, which is of course exactly what he's doing. We are now 3 minutes into the game. The first Zerglings are about to pop, and I take the opportunity to instead expand, if I remember correctly. But I've got my first Zerglings out here as well. No point attacking because I know that I'm going to get nuked if I do. But do I actually go in to take a peek? No, I don't, because I had my drone scouting around, so I knew what was coming anyway. So I have my few Zerglings out there, and I got my Queen out, and I'm getting a Spinecrawler out, and I'm getting my first gas as well now at 13 supply. Now I am going to wait for him to come to me, and in the meantime I'm going to drone away. So if you take a look at our production tab, he is now getting his metabolic boost out, and he's waiting for that to happen before he comes by. I have producing my Spinecrawler, and here comes his first foray. His Zerglings are coming in. Sees my drone about to go into an expansion, and then nukes it down, and gives me a few extra seconds there to produce my my response to this. My Spinecrawler has just got enough time to go up, and up it goes. Now while this is happening, I am putting out 14 Zerglings. No way those are going to pop in time, because as you can see, the first rush comes in. My Queen, Spinecrawler, and my first few Zerglings are more than enough. Now he's down to 2, so he lost 4 Zerglings in that battle. And over here he's got not much of anything going on. So I produce my 14 Zerglings and I go straight in. They've just popped, the counterattack begins. Now, let's see how this goes. So my Zerglings now on an attack move into the main base. While that's going on, he's producing 8 Zerglings and I'm getting a second Spinecrawler out. Let's see how this goes. Those Zerglings are heading south. Oh no, they actually stopped short there. So he's got his first foray out. Now my Zerglings are more than enough to take out this number of Zerglings. I know this is true the moment I come up the ramp. Here we go, 14 Zerglings heading down into the mix. He's got even more Zerglings out, 2 Queens out, but this volume of Zerglings never gonna be a problem for them. 2 Queens go down in no time at all. And now I am producing more Zerglings and rallying them into this base as soon as I see that this is a victory. Because now my original group have gone to town on the drones, which means that from now on it's just my game to lose, really. So I've got 4 more Zerglings produced coming in. An interesting thing does happen here, because his larvae pop. And he's gonna have a bunch of defenders now when I take this down, which actually didn't occur to me until it happened, but it was a very interesting and illuminating sort of experience. You'll see what happens here. See, I actually stopped producing here, and I'm busily taking this down. Now he very craftily GG'd, but he didn't actually exit. And then he started producing 16 Zerglings to match my few here. I'm about 16 here, so I've got a few more coming in here before him. But look what happens. They actually pop in time and successfully managed to take down my guys. Hilariously enough. So there you go. His entire base is wiped out, and I actually stopped producing at that point. But fortuitously, I managed to get another 14 Zerglings out of a real big hurry because I had my lava production going perfectly fine. And I have more than enough time to deal with this, but this was actually quite crafty, because he GG'd but didn't leave the game, and instead produced a bunch of Zerglings, in the hopes that that would catch me out. So he's, Volkenstone is now going to try to rebuild, but of course he's not going to have enough time to do this, because I've got 16 Zerglings already popped out, and they're headed off to the base. And they're going to get there long before that's built. And he has a spawning pool out, but that's going to do no good at all, because he's got this batch of Zerglings right here, barely a line there. So of course I do wind up winning this game, but to be on the safe side, 4 more Zerglings coming in here, also heading off into this base area. But what a crafty move there from Mr. Volkenstone. But here, ladies and gentlemen, is how, if you're a Bronze League player, mystified as a Zerg, how to beat the early Zerg rush. And this is the way to do it. Wait for the first rush to come in and then follow through. Successfully defend against it and then go and try to follow through. And this of course ends in a complete victory. And there we are. So now he does a proper GG and exits. Even more Zerglings coming in. And there it is, the end of the game. So fellas, I hope this is educational. If you have other strategies that you use against the early Zerg rush, do post in the comments or link to any videos. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely evening.